Hey, good morning, everyone. Brian Hoops here with Midwest Market Solutions. This is Market Insider TV. This is our opening commentary. It's Friday, June the 27th. Hey, good morning, everyone. Hope your morning is a beautiful one. You're off to a good start. And today is going into the weekend, and we're kind of ending the end of the quarter in here. So we have a lot of things that we want to talk about. Maybe a trade agreement with China, although we really don't have much in the way of details. And that we are seeing a little bounce here in some of these markets overnight. So let's take a look here. U.S. dollar down 23 points this morning, so we're hitting some multi-year lows in that dollar. The natural gas is rebounding after a sharp drop yesterday. Crude oil up a little bit here. Now we had a better intraday rally yesterday, but could not sustain those gains. And crude oil ended up back near unchanged. Stock market is firmer once again this morning, but look at gold and silver. Some big moves there. Sharp losses in the gold and in the silver. I think the top edge of this market is coming off here of gold and silver both. The real big inflationary buying spree in gold and silver has probably come and passed us, and we could set back here now in these markets as stock market is making some new highs. There's really not that urge to step in and buy safe haven commodities of gold and silver that there was earlier this spring. Corn up 5.5 cents overnight. Beans up 2.5. The products are lower, while wheat is 4 cents better, so 4.5 cents higher in Chicago, Kansas City, Minneapolis. I alluded to that there's a trade agreement, and it's really vague, I guess, at this point. They announced, Senator Lutnick announced that trade deal was signed 2 days ago, but no details have emerged. We thought it would support grains just on the uncertainty surrounding what the trade agreement is going to say. That trade agreement, so far, as we've heard, has not included anything to do with grains. It's all about earth minerals, and maybe it's just a first step in more of a broader agreement that would include grains and other materials. But I think the market just kind of had a little short covering, a little support off of this news. And we've really pushed this corn, soybeans, wheat lower since last Friday, and it's probably due to kind of square up some of those positions as we go into the weekend and Monday's key reports. So follow us on Twitter, Midwest Markets. Brian Hoops here. Visit our website, MidwestMarketSolutions.com, where you can sign up for everything. Let's get into these news and items. So as we mentioned, have been mentioning this week, weather conditions really ideal, nearly ideal growing conditions across the entire Corn Belt. 6-10-day, 8 to 14-day calls for above normal temps and above normal precip through the 5th of July. That there's more forecasters talking about heat and extreme heat and lack of moisture middle of July, but those forecasts, at least on the 6-10-day, 8 to 14-day maps, have not verified. That is something that certainly could rally these markets off of these lows. So it's been a long grind in here. We've done it on good growing conditions. If those conditions change into July and August, we will have a sharp rally, I believe, as we've dialed in some very good yield potential for both corn and soybeans. Coming up today, first notice day. Deliveries begin on the close of business today. First notice day for July grains is actually Monday. Let's get out of those positions if you haven't already. By the closing bell today. Quarterly stocks acreage report comes out Monday at 11 o'clock Central Time. This is going to be a major report. This is planted acreage numbers, which usually there's a big swing and a miss from the trade. And stocks numbers, gives us a kind of indication of old crop supplies. But the acreage numbers, I think, are set up for a surprise in here. You see corn number, 95.35 million. Just slight increase from March. That just begs for a surprise of some sort. Soybeans at 83.655. That's up slightly from March, from 83.495. Again, this screams that we should have some sort of surprise, either much larger or even smaller possibly, in this report on Monday. All wheat at 45.438 million versus 45.35 million. I don't think this is going to be as big a mover as what corn and soybean acres will be. I think that's what trade will be watching. We also have stocks coming out same time. Market just, the USDA just dumps everything on the market here. So corn stocks at 4.641 billion versus 4.997. Soybeans at 980, virtually unchanged from last year. And wheat stocks much larger than a year ago, 836 million bushels compared to last year. We had a quarterly hog and pig report yesterday, and it was a little bearish compared to the trade estimates. All hogs and pigs showed up much larger than expected, 75.137 million head. That's a 100.3% of last year. Kept for breeding seen at 99.5 and marketings at 100.4. The marketings number a little bit larger than last year, breeding a little bit softer, but that all hogs and pigs number, I think it will attract some selling attention, as that's about 500,000 more pigs than what was anticipated. We did see some cash cattle trade yesterday. Light trade at $2.30 in the north, $5 to $6 softer. And in the south, $2.24 to $2.25 live. That's $3 to $4 lower compared to a week ago. June futures goes off the board Monday, still discount at about $2.22. It does need to rally at least to get up to that $2.24, $2.25 area today. Have a good day, everyone, and good luck. Good trading. We hope to talk to you soon. This has been Brian Hoops, Midwest Markets.